Did you just get laid off? Or have you finally had it with corporate America? Or maybe you're just feeling right now is the time for a big change in your life. The reasons many executives in career transition turn to franchising as the next viable option are many. Here are a few of them. Uncertainty is never comfortable. Over the last 20 years, I have worked with hundreds of people in career transitions. Some saw it coming, some didn't. Some were sad, some were relieved. Some were let go with severance, some were not. The common themes are always, if I'm going to build a future, why not do it for myself? How do I break free from the politics of corporate America? How do I own my future and get up every day and have a business that I'm passionate and excited about going to? How do I work with my spouse? How do I build a legacy for my kids? These are some of the most common themes that I hear from many executives who are in career transition. There are many reasons that executives in career transition turn to franchising. The idea that you can work on your business rather than in your business. So you can bring your executive skill set to this equation. You don't have to come in at the ground floor and grind it out and work so many hours every day. If you're in the second half of your career, this could mean coming in as a semi-absentee owner, meaning you're putting in maybe 10 to 20 hours a week rather than 40 or 50 hours a week as a full-time owner. The idea that you are building cash flow and equity that you own. This is one of the keys, right? The idea of owning a business allows you to own that cash flow and to build that equity for you so that all the time and effort you're putting into your business is for your reward. Another reason executives in career transition turn to franchising is because no prior experience is necessary in order to be successful. Did I hear that right? Yes, you did. You are not pigeonholed into an industry that you've come from, or because you're only good to your next employer for the relationships you bring to the table. All of that disappears in this franchising equation. The franchisor needs you to have the basic skill set that drives success in their business. That could be sales, operational, or managerial roles. But you do not have to have experience in the specific industry that the business is in order for you to be successful. Another reason executives love the idea of turning to a franchise opportunity is for the idea that you can build a local footprint, that you could be an employer creating jobs right in your own backyard, that you could be the boss that you always wished you had to people that live in your community. There's one franchisee that I worked with years ago who every time that I connect with him will say to me, "Do you know how many families my business feeds this week, Kim?" That's his measure of success, by how many jobs he's created and how many families he's created an opportunity for. A really strong motivator for many people is this idea of building wealth, that a franchise will really have unlimited earning potential based on the scale that you can build that business to. If you've been in corporate America and there's been a glass ceiling just kind of limiting how far you could go, you can break free from all of that as a franchise owner. The freedom and flexibility that ownership provides is really one of the driving motivators for most people. Maybe you're in career transition. You're thinking that right now is the time for you to make this big change. And the idea of owning a franchise business is appealing to you. There are risks, of course, but those risks can be mitigated by working with an experienced franchise consultant like myself. It is my job to help you select the right business. You don't have to come to this idea of owning a business and know what kind of business you want to own. That's where I come in. You don't have to know if you can afford it. That's where I come in. You don't have to know what are the questions and who should you be talking to. These are the reasons that you use someone like the Daily Coach to help you go through the franchise investigation process. Lastly, If you want to be inspired by other executives who have already transitioned out of corporate America into business ownership, please visit my website, www.thedailycoach.com. I have hundreds of inspiring testimonials from people just like you who've already been at this fork in the road and who have left a story behind to inspire you at this very moment.
The candidates in Right Management, we are working with individuals that find themselves in a place that they probably weren't expecting, right? They're in a job search that often comes unannounced, by surprise. Some people are probably relieved, but most people, to be honest, are disappointed, and they have a lot of emotions and things to work through. And they don't necessarily think of business ownership as an option for them. You just have a special energy that you give them. You can light a fire and a dream in them that maybe they just haven't, been able to look at for a while. You are an expert here in a place that's very unknown to them. And what I think all the candidates find when they work with you is your genuineness. It's not just, I'm working with this franchise consultant and she's gonna make money if I do this, and so we're gonna lead them down this path. You actually take the time to get to know the individuals and to determine what is gonna be a great fit for them. I know what I'm gonna get when my candidates interact with you. And I can't say that for every consultant that's out there. And that's one of the reasons that this relationship has lasted so long, is that you genuinely care for these individuals and you want to set them up for success.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. If you are at that fork in the road, I encourage you to reach out to me, the Daily Coach, so that I can bring certainty to your process and your due diligence of exploring franchising, an opportunity for you to own your income, your time, your freedom, and your future. It really can be yours. I hope to hear from you. Please leave a comment below or feel free to email the Daily Coach right now.